You may be wondering, Mary, where's the skit today? Well, there's no skit today. Yours are just watching me eat. Not a lot of skits you can do with Charlotte pudding. But this is pretty good though.
Welcome back to another video. I'm Mary TCG and this is 10 Dawn testing. As the format rages on, we're almost at the end, so this is going to be the last 10 Dawn testing of PRBO2. We had a voting what I would play on my debut game on Sabaody Showdown, and Pudding won the vote, so with it comes a 10 Dawn testing video. So we're going to cover everyone's favourite waifu that beats up UP Luffy like it's nobody's business. Post-production here, I've just been made aware that Pudding is 16, so please ignore everything I say. So, this is the list that we're playing on Sabaody this week. Or, at the time this video comes out, we already would have played the game, but at the time of recording, I've yet to play it. So, let's see if we get smashed or not. We are playing 8 searchers with this 1 cost Pudding from OP11, and this 1 cost event we are going to claim the One Piece. Interestingly enough, we're actually not going to be playing the OP03 Pudding, the yellow one, as it only searches 4 cards and it cannot grab our new 7 cost Pudding from PRBO2. This deck is built around ramping into this card and ramping into 10 cost Lin Lin. With this, on 10 Dawn, you can play this for 7 Dawn, Dawn -2, draw 2 cards, and play out the 8 cost Katakuri. And with your remaining 3 Dawn, you can attach 1 Dawn to your leader, swing 6 at you pay Luffy, and with your other 2 Dawn, you can play this 2 cost Katakuri, which lets you cheat out either this 8 cost Katakuri from OP03 for free, or this new, more powerful 8 cost Katakuri from OP11. Running off our staples, we're also playing Viola to flip our life face down for going first. We have this incredibly powerful 2k counter Zeus to deal with a lot of the more aggro matchups. Same thing with the 6 cost Bartholomew Kuma, which also helps against our aggro matchups, along with 10 cost Porcus the Ace. And we're also playing a lot of powerful trigger cards, like 3 cost Cone Beji, which is just greatest card of yellow ever printed. And with this more unique 2k counter that you don't really see in a lot of Pudding lists, we have 4 cost BB5 2k. Trigger if your leader is multicolored, draw 2 cards. And we're just hoping to trigger this and get some card advantage. And the other powerful trigger is we're playing 2 copies of You Are the One Who Should Disappear. Although we're not playing that many bricks in this deck, it is always nice to have a 0 cost option in case you do break up. And also, if this card is ever at the bottom of your life, you've basically won the game on the spot. So, with that said, let's get to the games and let's see how we do. For the first game of the day, since we're playing against the UP Luffy killer, it only makes sense that we play against UP Luffy. Losing the dice roll, we are forced to go second. Not ideal, but we did open double searcher, finding ourselves a 8 cost category and a 6 cost category, meaning that we have found our ramp for the game. Our opponent swings 6 at us. Of course, we're going to counter. He plays this to die for ramping 1. Back to us. We swing just 4 down on our leader, swing on him, leader effect, ramp 1. Passing back to our opponent goes 8k to lead. We have nothing to do but take, but passes with 4 down open, suggesting there's a heavy Thunder Bagua. So, to play around our opponent's triple ramp, we decide not to swing, but instead play out the 2 cost Katakuri from OP8. This is very, very powerful. If our opponent does not deal with this, we get a free 8 cost Katakuri next turn, along with our 10 cost Charlotte Lin Lin, which we are going to play now. We play our 10 Mom, I heal you trash, Katakuri effect, tag out into big Katakuri, 7k to our opponent's leader, Pudding to look at the top of his deck, end of our turn, restand the 6 cost Katakuri. Oh my god, this deck is working on opponent. We'll find the red rock, swing 7 at us, 8k at us with the Bon Clay. We could not find another 10 Mom, unfortunately. Let's see what we could do. This deck is very oppressive to UP Luffy because of the constant back-to-back 10 cost Big Mums, but we don't have it this game, so it's only fair, right? We decide to swing 8k at our opponent. Our opponent's going to give us a Gum Gum Giant. We swing 5 of the rest of Bon Clay, attach 1 Dawn to 6 cost Katakuri, and spend 7 to play our new Charlotte Pudding. Dawn -2, draw 2. Play 8 cost Katakuri, heal the 1 cost Searcher into our life. Unfortunately, we could not find another 2 cost, so it is what it is. Our opponent now attaching 4 down to leader, swing 10 at us. We're going to block, and we're going to 0 cost event away the Viola. Our opponent plays 5 cost blocker Nami. We top deck a 10 cost Linlin. Thank God. We go 8 lead, 7 lead, 8 lead again, and passing our turn, we get to restand our blocker and our 7k power category. We decided to do that, so as the other rest of the category, the yellow one is bigger. Back to us, we're just going to start with a 12 lead. Our opponent has 6 down up. Let's see what he can do. 12 lead, he's forced to counter. We're going to go 7 lead now. He's going to 2k, 8 lead again, 8 lead again. And our opponent blocks. Now we think 3 cards in hand. We're going to play it safe. We're going to play another 10 mom. I heal you trash. And our opponent scoops it up. For our second game, we are playing against Mono Red Shanks. We lose a dice roll and he sends us first. Well, classic Shanks player, don't really know what they're doing. We're going to go 8 lead, flipping 2, ramp 1. He swings at us? What? We have just been given the most freest triple ramp of our lives. We play category, flip 1 face down, ramp 1 active. We go 6 lead, flip 2 face up, ramp 1 rested. Back to our opponent. He swings 5 at us. We're going to counter. We have a 10 cost Big Mom next turn. This feels so good. Our opponent does just play out the 7 cost Trafalgar Law. That card could be a bit of an issue for us, as it can just minus our Charlotte Linden and then just kill it with 10 cost Pop Shanks. Our turn, we're just going to go a simple 7. He's going to take. We're going to play out 10 cost Charlotte Linden. I heal you trash. This feels so good. Back to our opponent. Our opponent's going to tank for a little bit, pondering what to do. He has 8 down. It is very, very likely that he could, in fact, remove our 10 cost Charlotte Linden, and we would be in a rough spot by reducing it down by 2 with the Trafalgar Law and reducing it down by 3 with the Building Snake. But lo and behold, our opponent plays out a 9 cost Shanks from ST21, 20 something, not too sure, but buffing his leader up to 7k. Back to us, Law is going to go ahead and minus our category down to 5k. Our opponent's going to go 8k at it, and we're just going to let it die. Our turn now, we're going to go 12k into his Trafalgar Law and play out 7 cost pudding into category. Unfortunately, we did not have another category in our hand, so we cannot play the 2 cost category. Bit of a waste, but what can you do? Our opponent is going to go ahead and Building Snake down one of our categories down to 5k. Hopefully he cannot remove both. 8 cost really comes down, -3, -2, pop, and 2 down on the leader, 7k at us, 10k at us with the Shanks, and oof, it looks like we're in a bit of a rough spot. We're going to go 5 lead, play Charlotte Pudding, down -2, draw 2, and play out nothing. We did draw a searcher, finding ourselves in the 8 cost category, and we're just going to use 2 down to play out the 2 cost category, tagging ourselves into the 8 cost category. Back to our opponent, 7k to lead, minusing 10 mom. 10 Shanks come down, popping our 10 mom. And wow, I love this game. And everything's just going to go swung straight into our blocker category. And back to us, we just 10 mom, and hopefully this gets us there. 5 lead, 5 lead, 5 lead, 8 lead, and 8 lead does in fact get us there. For our third game of the day, this is a very rough matchup, losing a dice roll yet again to Green Zoro. We look at our hand, we don't really have anything, we will go for the mulligan. We do get sent second, but that's okay. We open double searcher. Searching past 2 Kumas kind of sucks, and we search past the third one just there. Kuma is kind of the saving grace of this matchup. This is one of the one of the worst matchups for our deck, which is kind of unfortunate. But let's see what we can do. 7k to lead, ramping 1. We're going to play 2 cost of Viola. We're going to sort our opponent's life here. Probably should have played that before we swung. There's no real reason to flip our life face down. And yeah, our opponent plays like 5 cost Tashigi. We are just going to go ahead and use Zeus to Zeus that one down. 5k to lead. And we're going to go double 5 to just try to milk some cards out of his hand. This is tragic. 2k coming at our searcher pudding. Our opponent plays out a Cavendish. 5k at us and 6k at us. Back to our turn, we're going to go 2k at the Perona with our Zeus. We're going to play out 7 cost Charlotte Pudding, and we're going to tag out into the 8 cost category from OP03, removing his Cavendish. And we're going to go play out 2 searchers yet again. Our opponent answers with 8 cost Mihawk. Oh, where did our 8 cost category go? That would have been handy, eh? And back to us, we're going to go 5 lead with the 7 cost pudding, 5 lead with our leader, 8 lead, which is going to get blocked 1k. We play 7 cost pudding, tagging out into 8 cost category, and we're just going to pass. This is so tragic. We have no way of healing as we are only on 9 dawn. Our opponent goes 12 lead. We are going to counter 8 lead. We're just going to block and let it die. Our opponent's going to go I'm invincible, restand. We ditch our whole hand and only go to 11k. GG. And for our last game of the day, we are playing against Red Rayleigh. And oh my god, did we just win the dice roll? Winning the dice roll, we are choosing to go second. I know the fact that our deck wants to go first, but we are just going to deny the going second curve to Silver's Rayleigh, as Rayleigh is a lot powerful going second. Our turn, we start with a double searcher, exactly what you want to be seeing into this matchup. And we find ourselves a 2-cost Zayas, which can be used to remove a 4-cost Luffy, 2-cost Sanji, or 3-cost Sanji. This is very, very important. Our opponent's going to go 5 at us with the Shakuyaku. Oh my god, we hit a blind trigger. We are going to go find the One Piece, and we're going to counter out of the leader swing. 5k going at Shakuyaku, flipping top 2. We're going to play out a pudding searcher, finding ourselves in the 8-cost category, and that's all we have. Nothing to do with 3 down, we just pass. And back to our opponent, our prime place Luffy and Sanji. Ugh, how boring. And goes 5-6 at us. We're going to go 5k to the Nami. Then we're going to play out the 1-cost event we've just found top of deck, and we're going to pick up a 2k counter. For the rest of the 6 dom, we're not going to ramp. We are in fact going to play out Bartholomew Kuma to give ourselves some more defenses. Ditching 6-cost category, healing 1. Our opponent plays 2nd Luffy into 2-cost Boa Hancock, which, not the best thing. Our opponent's going to use Observation Haki and finding a to never doubt that is part of Diablo Jambe for the archetype. Our opponent goes 7k to our leader. We have to take, unfortunately. 7k again at us. We're going to counter this because the next one's going to be a lot bigger. His leader effect buffing up the Luffy all the way up to 8k and 9k coming at us. Nothing to do but take ourselves down to 1. Looking at our hand, if we 10-bomb this turn, we are in fact just dead. So we decide we're going to attach 1 Dawn to Bartholomew Kuma, and we're going to swing at the 4-cost Monkey D Luffy that is rested. Our opponent gives us a 2k and a 1k. We're going to swing our leader into the Luffy, and we're going to play Charlotte Pudding, Dawn -2, draw 2, and play out 8-cost Katakuri to ramp us back a Dawn at the end of our turn. And our defense is looking a little better. Don't think we're ever going to die this turn unless we're running into something like double Kid Killer, which would be absurd. Our opponent reveals a Gum Galling and a Conquerors to buff his Boa Hancock by 2k. Now Boa is now a 5k swinger. If he decides to swing a bunch of base numbers, we are very happy with that, but once the swings go past 7k, we can only free block once. Our opponent goes 7 and we're just going to use 0-cost event just to counter out. Our opponent goes 7 again. We're going to 2k, 1k out of that one. Our opponent goes 7. We're going to block, and hopefully he does not all in our rested category, or else we would lose it for show. Our opponent is pondering for a while. He's in the tank. And thinking. And let's just talk about the clock difference. Our opponent plays Kid Killer 7 of us. We are very lucky that we found a 2k. And our opponent goes 7 again. We're going to 2k, 1k to save our life here. And we top deck, oh my god, Porgus the Ace. That is everything we need. We're going to go 5k with the Pudding to Kid Killer, 5k at it with Leader. We're going to go 7k at the Luffy, and we're going to go 7k again since it's minus. And we're going to play 10 cards. Ace at the Luffy has 2 cards in hand, 10 into 6. And yes, we have cleared the board. Looks like the tempo has swung in our favor. And looking at chat, our opponent is not very happy with our 10-cost Ace tech choices. I think it's very good. Our opponent's going to play out a 1-cost Buggy that is going to find the Diablo Jambe and play out a 1-cost Shakuyaku, finding himself a Mogun. Nothing in our deck that's overly valuable that we're too scared of getting Mogun. You know, the 7k bodies, only 6-cost Bartholomew Kuma and 6-cost Charlotte Katakuri. Our opponent, nothing to do but to swing very big at us. Our turn on, we're going to go 5 lead. We're going to 5 lead again. Our opponent ponders. If he takes this, he is likely just dead to 7, 8, 10, or we're going to go swing 7. Opponent thinking again, wonder if he wants to counter this. We're going to go 8, maybe he just doesn't have a 2k, and he takes again. We're going to play 10 cost Big Mom and 10k face. Do we get it? Let's see. Our opponent can only go up to 9. Unlucky. GG's. Does anyone else think this deck is really fun, or just me? Let's go over the pros and cons. 1. This deck is super consistent, with 4 1-cost searchers, 4 of them being triggers. You can find all your pieces very easily. 2. This 7-cost Charlotte Pudding is super strong. For 7 Dawn, being able to play a 5k body, an 8k blocker, and draw 2 cards is just insane. And 3. 10 cost Big Mom is broken. A lot of decks kind of will just fold to 10 cost Big Moms. And now for the cons. 1. This deck gets a lot weaker if your opponent knows what you're trying to do. Going first, if you do not draw your Viola, is very, very difficult to triple ramp your opponent, meaning that your 10 cost Big Mom does come down a full turn later, but it's okay because the 7 cost Pudding can sometimes fix that problem. 2. Into this current meta of Zoros and GP Luffy, this deck does struggle a lot. You have no real way to remove Sanjay Pudding outside 2 cost Zeus, 2k counter, and 8 cost Katakuri. But if you're able to get the grind in, you do kind of win that one out. And 3, there's not a lot of creative plays you can do with this deck, so a lot of people might find this deck very monotone and unskillful, but it is one of the most fun decks you ever play. Thank you all for watching all the way to the end if you're still here, and shoutouts to my channel members who are on screen right now. This past format has been a blast doing the 10 Dawn testing series, and starting next week or in 4 days we will be starting our OP13 meta, starting with Mono Black Emu. If there is any leaders you would like to see in the OP13 format, we do have a lot of interesting and fun leaders lined up, but if there's any you would like to see, please leave a comment and like and subscribe if while you're at it. Bye.